Miss Street's back yet again with yet another amazing book I want to share. This book is about spiders. This is called Anansi and His Children. How many kids do we think he has? So we got a big spider. I'm predicting that's Anansi. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. Can you hold up 6 fingers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 spiders. And the author is Donnie Bobkin, and it's illustrated by Mayor. Illustrated means they put the pictures together. Far, far away in the land of Ashanti, there once lived a most marvelous creature. His name was Anansi, and he was a spider. Some said Anansi was wise. After all, he lived a long time and with great friends with Naim, the god of all things. Some said Anansi was clever. Sorry, you couldn't see the book. After all, he could weave marvelous webs and spin magical stories. Some said Anansi was a mischief maker. After all, he loved to play tricks on both enemies and friends, and sometimes on his own family. The truth was, Anansi was all of these things. He was wise and clever, and he was a mischief maker. But Anansi was also a father or a dad. And he had 6 children whom he loved very much, and each had a name that described their special talents. We all have different names, and we're in the process of learning them, and we all have very special talents too. The first child was called Sea Trouble, because that's what he could do. The second child was Road Builder. She could build pathways through and to anything. The third child was River Drinker. He could drain a river down to the bottom. The fourth child was Game Skinner. No matter what animal, he always won. The fifth child was Stone Thrower. She could pick up a stone no matter how large and throw it super high. And the sixth child was called Cushion because he was very, very soft. One day, Anansi found a strange glowing orb in the forest. How beautiful. I'm going to give it to one of my children. But who? He thought and thought and thought. I know, said clever Anansi. I will go far away and my children are going to think I'm lost. Whoever loves me the most will come to find me, and that child will receive this orb. So it's kind of like a big nightlight, it looks like. So Anansi set off, but before he'd gone far, wind came rushing across the plains. He picked Anansi up and spun him through the air with his 8 legs twirling. Ho, ho, Anansi, it's time. Somebody played a trick on you. So he's going to, oh, I don't know what's going to happen. He's going away from home. That's not safe. Wind took Anansi across the plains, through the forest, and over a mountain, and then dropped Anansi by the side of the river. Goodbye. Have a nice walk home. But Anansi was dizzy from the spinning and twirling, and before he knew it, he tumbled into the river. Oh no, said Anansi, rowing with all his 8 legs to get back to shore, but before he could reach the land, a big fish saw him wiggling, swam up, and swallowed him. Back at home, Sea Trouble saw what had happened because they could see, he could close his eyes and see, Daddy's in trouble. Father's in trouble, he cried. We must go and save him. Road Builder hopped into action. She spun a path across the plains, through the forest, over the mountain, and into the river. Now, River Drinker went to work, draining the water. Soon the fish was flopping on the rocky bottom. Next, Game Skimmer split the fish wide open. Out popped Anansi. My wonderful children, he cried. So they all came to save him. But before he could hug them with any of his 8 legs, a falcon swooped down from the sky. Not again, cried Anansi as he was carried in the air. Now it was Stone Thrower's turn. She snatched up the heavy stone and threw it with all her might. The stone hit the bird, who screeched and squatched and dropped Anansi. Cushion scrambled underneath to protect his father from the fall. So they're still saving their father. What a happy tangle there was as Anansi hugged his children and with all his 8 legs. But then Anansi realized he had a problem. Who would he give the special orb to? He called out to Naim, the god of all things. Help me, who should I choose? After all, Sea Trouble saw my danger and called for help. Road Builder brought my children to me. River Drinker drained the river that hid me. Game Skinner opened the fish that swallowed me, and Stone Thrower saved me from the bird's claws, and Cushion caught me when I fell. So they all came to his aid, and they all came to help him. Wise Name answered, then all of your children deserve the treasure. Give the orb to me. I will place it in the sky for them all to enjoy. So you're going to place this in the sky for them to enjoy. What does that kind of remind you of? What does it look like? And the moon is still there this very day. So the giant orb was just the moon. How neat. So all of us have different names and different talents and different abilities. And we all have a very cool name to go with it because we're all special. See you later.